We've heard more reports of incidents taking place out at the Breaffy House migrant centre, this time last Saturday night, the 11th of March. We hear that 4 fights broke out at the same time and the Gardaí were called. 13 Gardaí had to attend the scene. There was an assault, criminal damage, and there was also a small quantity of cocaine found at the scene. There was only one security guard on that night. They have no training whatsoever, as far as I know, to deal with situations like this, and there are no procedures in place either, including fire evacuation. This place honestly really seems like it's a ticking time bomb. Here's what the Gardaí had to say about the incident. Gardaí are investigating a public order incident that occurred on the night of the 11th of March in Breaffy, County Mayo. At approximately 11:30, Gardaí received a report of a disturbance involving a number of males. Local Gardaí attended the incident and order was restored. 2 persons were arrested for alleged offences contrary to the Criminal Justice Public Order Act and brought to Castlebar Garda Station. 1 person has now been charged and will appear before court at a later date. There were no reported injuries. Investigations into this incident remain ongoing. Although the owners and the management of Breaffy House claim that they are acting out of humanitarian duty, the fact is that these guys are making some serious profits, cashing in on the asylum, migration and integration fund. And the owners of Breaffy House are set to increase their profits, as we've heard that they've just bought 3 large 2-storey buildings in the Castlebar Business Retail Park in Moline there, and they're currently being kitted out, as they are in the International Protection Centre, to house hundreds more international protection applicants. Now, we contacted Mayo County Council and Roderick O'Gorman's department to see if they would give us any more information, or to see if they would just confirm the information that we had received already. And no, they wouldn't. Here's what they said. To the question, can you confirm the number of refugees and international protection applicants that are to be housed in units located within the Castlebar Retail Business Park? They responded, there are currently 30 international protection applicants, mainly families, based at the Castlebar Retail Business Park. So to clarify, we said, please confirm if there are plans to house additional international protection applicants and our refugees at the Castlebar Retail Business Park in future. And the response was, at present it is not possible to provide the estimate you require, as accommodation plans are subject to regular change and some information is also commercially sensitive. We also asked for a list of all the units in Mayo currently being used to house refugees and international protection applicants. Again, they were unwilling to answer the question, citing the current climate of protest. They did, however, confirm that there are 2,897 beneficiaries of temporary accommodation, not Irish by the way, and a further 658 international protection applicants in Mayo. The government's plan is to bring in as many migrants as possible, as quick as possible, before the Irish people realise what's happening and begin to protest. They plan to bring in 200,000 migrants this year after bringing in 100,000 last year. This has all been done without any consultation with local communities, and in fact it seems that they're trying to conceal what's actually going on. So I would appeal to people out there, if you know of something that's happening in your community, please feel free to send us a message or write us a comment on social media and tell us what's going on and we'll get in touch. Now, we haven't heard any reports of serious sexual assaults taking place by migrants around Castlebar. That's not necessarily to say that they haven't happened, because we've heard a lot of reports of Gardaí trying to cover up these crimes around the country. But it is only a matter of time before something does happen, I believe, as these incidents seem to be happening all over the country. The Garda Press Office say that there is no spate of crime involving migrants, yet there has been a notable increase in sexual crime and a massive increase in murder and attempted murder. The Gardaí claim that some of this may be down to more people reporting crime. This might account for some, but not all of the increases. There is no proof offered that more people are choosing to report crime. This is just Garda speculation. What we do know is the following. There has been unprecedented mass migration into Ireland in recent years, but correlation obviously does not automatically mean causation. Several European countries have seen an increase in migrant-related crime since they embraced massive numbers of migrants. Germany and Sweden are just 2 of many. These countries have made previous attempts to conceal the links between mass immigration and an increase in national crime levels, but the cat is out of the bag and the available stats do speak for themselves. Last month we sent an FOI to the Gardaí pertaining to sexual crime stats in Ireland, as 2010 is the most recent stats available, and they very quickly responded with a blanket refusal to divulge this information. They have since publicly stated that there is no increase in migrant related crime in an effort to combat, quote, misinformation, disinformation and fake news on social media. With that the case, why not release the stats to back up this claim? Aside from crime, we're all aware that this huge influx of people into our country is going to exponentially affect our services and our resources. I bet everybody watching knows somebody in the last couple of months who's had a hospital procedure cancelled or postponed. Are you a parent whose child has mental health issues or special needs? Have any of you needed the help of the Gardaí in the last year or so? Well, in 2022, we took in nearly 100,000 people into this country and we took on nearly no new Gardaí. We actually spoke with a current serving member of the force recently and asked him what he thought about the current situation in the country at the moment. And his response to us was, the Titanic is sinking and we don't even have enough resources to answer domestic violence calls. And then there's the homelessness crisis. Let's look at that in light of 2 cases being taken by Afghan men against the state for failure to provide accommodation when they arrived in the country. Now, although they've actually received accommodation since initiating this case, the judge is fast-tracking their case through the High Court. The Irish Refugee Council, as well as the Human Rights and Equality Commission, are helping these migrant men with their case. But I'll ask the question, where is the help for Irish homeless people? Homeless figures have risen month on month for the last 7 months. And it's about to get much worse. There were almost 5,000 eviction notices issued in the 3 months leading up to the eviction ban. With people already struggling with the cost of living crisis, how many of those people just won't be in a position to pay their mortgage and are going to become homeless as a result? It's time to stand up now and represent your county. The people of Mayo are fed up of the government and they're fed up of these fake opposition parties. Join us in Castlebar on Saturday the 8th of April at 4 p.m. when we tell our local Mayo TDs and our local Mayo County councillors that enough is enough.